Topic real and nominal GDP, GDP and welfare. Distinguish between real and GDP and nominal GDP. So what is that? At first we will be discussing GDP. GDP is broadly the sum of value of goods and services produced within the domestic territory of a country in a particular year. GDP can be measured in two ways: at current prices, prices of the year which goods and services have been produced, or at a constant prices, prices prevailing in the base year. So it is the division, that is we on the basis of we had studied in the last year, that is index numbers we were taking in that current prices and base year prices. You remember, I think you remember that. So on the basis of that only it is working. So here we are going to discuss the nominal GDP. So if goods and services produced in a year are valued at current prices, that is prices prevailing in that particular year, we get a national income at current prices. Current prices refers to the prices prevailing in the year in which goods and services are produced. For example, when goods and services produced during the year 2019-20 are valued at a prices of same year, that is 2019-20, it will be called the nominal GDP or national GDP at current prices. So second is real GDP. If goods and services produced in a year are valued at prices of a base year, we get national income at constant prices. A base year is a normal year free from price fluctuations without inflation and deflation. In India, 2000, for it is an example, in India 2011-2012 is treated as a base year. That is, if goods and services are produced during the year 2017 and 18 are valued at prices of base year. That is, we are comparing it with the what base year, how is the production. So at that year there will be no, that is 2011-12, that year there will not be any what deflation or inflationary situation. So we can compare with that year, that is it is considered as base year. So we are comparing with that year. So comparing the current year, for example 2017-18 with the 2011-2012. So it will be called the national income at a constant prices 2017-18 or real GDP. Hope you understood. So it is just like we had studied in the price index theory, etc. So which of, next question it may be asked, which of the real GDP and nominal GDP is an indicator of economic welfare? So you are comparing which of this real GDP or nominal GDP is an what indicator to the economic welfare, which is good for what economic welfare, that is we are going to discuss. So national income measured at constant prices truly represents the real change in physical output of a country, whereas national income at current prices does not. So it is useful in estimating the real growth of the economy. So at a base year or constant prices, if a national income is estimated, that is on the basis of physical output, etc. So almost all of them are suggesting to go to the real GDP or the base year price to be compared. So it is more convenient or more liable to be accepted. So we are taking into account the real GDP or national income measured at constant prices. So it is useful in estimating the real growth of the economy. So second point is real national income eliminates the effect of change in prices, whereas nominal national income or nominal GDP does not. So real national income eliminates the effect of change in prices. So it does not consider the what inflationary or the deflationary situations and all. So it's better to go for this. So it's a clean year, or there is no what inflation or deflation. So if we are comparing with that, we will be having best results. So real national income enables us to make a year comparison of changes in the quantity of output of goods and services. So real GDP also it is easy for us to make a comparison of quantity of output, not only the prices. So next, real national income is also helpful in making international comparison of economic performances of different countries. So if there is no inflation or deflation, there will be a what correct situation in the economy. So it always um, base year is evaluated for the calculation and all. So it's more convenient. It is opined here. So next is limitations of GDP or GNP. That is real as indicator of economic growth. So there are certain limitations, or there are things to be noted. So what is that? So it's on the basis of economic welfare, how the GDP contributes in the certain things are not taken into consideration in the what welfare while studying the welfare of the economy. So what is that? So welfare means sense of material well-being among the people. So this depends upon the availability of goods and services per person for consumption. When per capita real GDP rises, it implies greater availability of goods and services, and hence greater economic welfare. But rise in GDP may not be a true indicator of economic welfare due to the following limitations. So what is it said? So if this depends upon the availability, we say that our economic development depends upon the availability of goods and services per person for consumption. If it is increasing, our GDP per capita real GDP is increasing, we will think that what our economy is developing, or all sectors of the economy is equally utilizing the resources, and they are developing. But it is economists has been said that said that it is not true. So there are some limitations. So what are the limitations that we are going to see here? So first is distribution of GDP. So a mere rise in GDP may not lead to a rise in economic welfare. A mere increase in GDP does not mean that every individual automatically gets this much of increase in distribution of GDP might have resulted in making the rich more rich and the poor more poor, leading to further widening of the gap between the rich and the poor. So first concept that we are going to discuss is distribution of GDP. So distribution of GDP may not be equal. So sometimes it may be automatically increasing. So it may not be reached in the hands of the what poor people, or those are in need of the financial assistance. So some it may reach to the richer itself. So there may be they may be becoming more richer, and poor may be becoming more poorer. So it again widens the gap. So uh, this is also one of the cause of what or limitations of a GDP in the economic welfare. So next is second point is non-monetary transactions. So many non-monetary activities does not done out of love and affection in economy are not evaluated in monetary terms because of lack of authentic data. So thus non-market transactions like services of housewives, exchanges through barter, enjoyment from hobbies like painting, gardening, etc., which are increase in economic welfare, are not included in measuring GDP. So some what affections towards some hobbies like painting, gardening, etc. So it is not taken into what a monetary transaction. If someone is gifting some painting to someone, so it is not taken into account. So if a services of a housewife is what given some what rewards, or housewife services, if a maid is there in our house, so we will be giving her what salary for the works done by her. So we are not giving the salary for the what housewives and all. So that is another thing. So it's a non-monetary transaction. So exchange through barter system. So if we are taking a thing and giving a thing, so that is also not calculated in monetary terms. So that is that and all are some of the factors what are not calculated in the GDP. Next aspect which is not measured in GDP is externalities. So these refers to the benefits or harms which a firm or an individual causes to other in the process of production, but for which they are not paid or uh, penalized. For example, there are two externalities. Negative externalities occur when smoke coming out of chimney of the factory pollutes the air, or its industry waste causes water pollution in the nearby river, resulting in the loss of social welfare. But nobody is penalized for it, nor it is accounted in GDP. So that is a negative externality, or somebody is causing harm for the economy. So it is not what penalty has been not issued. So it is also one of the what externality which is not calculated under GDP. So it's a negative externality. What is positive is similarly, if there are positive externalities like public parks and gardens, so their positive impact on public health and welfare remains outside the realm of GDP. To that extent, GDP is not a correct index of welfare, as GDP is taken underestimated or overestimated. So under GDP calculation, certain things are being included, so certain things are not included. So these positive things of the gardens and all, or parks and all, will give health fitness for the people, and will give mental relaxation and all. These things are not taken into consideration for the GDP calculation. So this is also an what a negative effect, or where it is a side which we are telling that welfare of the people are not included in the GDP calculation. So it is also true. Next, fourth point is composition of GDP. If rise in GDP is the result of more production of war material like weapons, ammunitions, or more expenditure on police, military services, etc., which provide less welfare as compared to consumer goods like food items of houses, clothes, etc., GDP will not contribute equally to the economic welfare. So it means that if a GDP increases, the rise in the economic welfare may not be in the same proportion. So sometimes in this concept we will be saying that sometimes what composition may not be what in equal proportion. Sometimes in the economy there may be what use of more war materials, so food materials are less what used, or produced. So it may be what compare when we composition of GDP may not be same. That is the domestic production that is happening may not be in same proportion. So the rise in economic welfare may not be in the same proportion. So next is fifth point is negative contribution. Some goods included in GDP measurement may reduce economic welfare. For example, liquor, cigarettes, etc., because of their harmful. So negative contributions are also there. What are the some goods included in the GDP measurement may reduce the economic welfare? For example, liquor, cigarettes, etc. because of their harmfulness. Effects on health. Economic welfare does depend on the types of goods and services consumed and not only on the volume of goods and services consumed. So that is one of the factors. So 6th point is population growth. If the rate of population growth is higher than the growth rate of GDP, it will cause a fall in per capita availability of goods and services, implying lesser economic welfare. So I had told you that if what population increases, so per person this much production is not going on, so it may also lead to what, a drawback in the economic welfare of the people while calculation of GDP. So this much is the point on the topic what GDP for what distribution is a limitation or for the measure of economic welfare. So that is one of the important question to be asked. So next, just to see a definition, sometimes it may be asked. So green GDP, so what GNP, so what is that? It refers to estimation of GNP that accounts for or takes into consideration certain parameters like environmental pollution and exploitation of natural resources. So that is green GNP. So it's mainly what depends upon the calculation of the environment. So if how much the environment is polluted or exploited, so that is said to be green GNP. All problem in this concept, that is meaning of GDP deflator or price index. So how it is calculated? Nominal GDP divided by real GDP into 100, or GDP at current prices but divided by GDP at constant prices into 100. So for example, if nominal GDP is 30,000 crore and real GDP is 10,000, how will you calculate 30,000 divided by 10,000 into 100 equal to 300 is the answer. So this is a textual question you have in your textbook. Example 1. Use following formation of an imaginary country. So here nominal GDP is given 6.5 in 2014-15 and 8.4 in 2015-16 and 2016-17 9. GDP deflator is given 100, 140, 125. So for which year is a real GDP and nominal GDP are same, you have to find, and why. So calculate a real GDP for the given years. Is there any year for which real GDP falls? So you just find that. How will you find? You know that the formula is what, nominal GDP divided by real GDP into 100. So if real GDP is you have to find real GDP, you just cross multiply. That is, you can put a real GDP here in place of GDP deflator, and you can write GDP deflator in the place of what, real GDP. So like that it is written here. So real GDP equal to nominal GDP divided by GDP deflator into 100. So how will you calculate? Nominal GDP 6.5 divided by 100 into 100. So 6.5 is the answer. You know that 100 get cancels. So 6.5 it is answer. So next is 8.4 divided by 140 into 100. So what's the 6 is the answer. So next is 9 divided by 125 into 100. 7.2 is the answer. So we can go to the question, for which year is real GDP and nominal GDP are same. So here we can see 6.5, 6.5. So 2014-15 year is real GDP and nominal GDP are same. So next, second part, calculate real GDP for the given years. So we had calculated the real GDP. So is there any year for which real GDP is falling? You can see 2015-16 it's a false. Okay, so this is another 2 questions from your textbook. If the nominal GDP is 600 and price index is 100, base 100 is 120, calculate the real GDP. So what's the formula? Price index equal to nominal GDP divided by real GDP into 100. So here price index is given as what is the price index? 120. So 120 equal to 600 is given here. Nominal 600 divided by real GDP into 100. So you will be cross multiplying this two. So it's 120 into real GDP equal to 600 into 100. It will be real GDP. You can find by dividing 120 equal to 500. So that is the calculation. So if so 500 is the real GDP here. So next question, if a real income is 400 and price index is 105, calculate nominal income. So the same so price index equal to nominal income divided by real income into 100. So price index is given as 105. So nominal income divided by real income is 400 into 100. So how will you find? You can just cross multiply these two, and then you can divide by 100. So answer will be rupees 420.